Hey lovers, welcome back to Fast Cabling. Today we're tackling a very real-world problem. How to build a reliable surveillance network across a large farm. So our client owns a massive farm with multiple gates. A main gates and upper gates, a back gates, you name it. And at every single gate, they need camera, and some gates need more than one. Now all of these devices have to send their video back to a central control room right in the middle of the farm. Well, sounds simple enough, right? But here's the catch: distance. Now most gates are over 100 meters from the control room. The main gate is exactly 300 meters. And the upper gate is 450 meters. Not only that, we have another camera that is 100 meters beyond that upper gate. Now, if you know a bit about networking, you already know that standard Ethernet cable have a hard limit of 100 meters. Beyond that, signal degrades, you get lag, drop the frames, or no connection at all. So what's the solution? Well, today I'm going to show you two completely different approaches to solve this problem. We'll build both setup live on our demo board so you can see exactly how they work. So by the end of this video, no matter how big your farm is, you will know which path to take. So let's dive in. First up, the fiber optic solution. Why is fiber the go-to choice for long distance run like this? There are three big reasons. Number one, range. Fiber can easily reach up to kilometers without any signal loss. So 450 meters, that's child's play. Compared to Ethernet's 100 meters limit, fiber is in a completely different league. Second, immunity to interference. Think about farm environment. High voltage line, lightning strikes, all kinds of electromagnetic noise. Fiber transmits light, not electricity. So it's completely immune to all that. If you get a lot of thunderstorm, this is a game changer. And third, future-proofing. Fiber has massive bandwidth capacity. Later, if you want to upgrade to 10 gig or even more, you don't need to pull new cables because it's ready. So when you're dealing with distances of 100 meters, especially outdoor, fiber is your reliable choice. Now let's look at the actual hardware we'll use. In the control room, we're placing our 8+8 port managed fiber Ethernet switch. Let's take a look at this port. We have a gigabit RJ45 copper port and a gigabit SFP fiber slots, plus two additional SFP plus uplink port. Now, the copper port is going to connect directly to our network video recorder or PC or other local devices. So let's use a short patch cord to connect it to our NVR. And for our SFP slots, we are going to connect to our fiber optic cable. So this 8 fiber port goes out to the remote switches at each gate. One single switch handles all aggregation, clean and simple. Now for the fiber optic cable, today we are using this 2-string pre-made fiber optic cable. It has label on each string so you won't mess them up. And since this is pre-made, so we don't have to worry about the connector. They're plug and play, simple. Now today we are using this string B, but before we connect to the fiber optic cable, we need this thing. This is SFP transceiver. This is where you connect to the fiber optic cable. And you can choose the SFP transceiver based on your distances and your fiber type. We're using this LC connector single mode. Let's plug it into one of the SFP slots, just slide it in and connect with our fiber optic cable. We can hear a snap. Now today we are focusing on our upper gates, which is 450 meters away plus an extra camera 100 meters further. At the upper gates, we have our 4-port outdoor PoE switch with SFP. That's right, it has SFP slots. So the fiber from the main switch terminates right here. Again, we plug in our SFP transceiver to the SFP slots. and use our string B fiber, connect it to the SFP transceiver. Now it provides power over Ethernet. Each of these 4 ports deliver up to 30 watts, so it's enough to power cameras directly. No need for separate power outlets near each camera. It's rugged, IP67 waterproof and dustproof, IK10 vandal-proof, and operates from -30° to 60°. Rain, sun, frost, this switch handles it all. So let's use an Ethernet cable, plug it into one of the PoE port, and connects to our camera at the gates. Now by using PoE technology, it provides both power and data to our camera. So let's give it a second. Now, our camera right at the upper gates connects directly to the outdoor switch, but what about the second camera 100 meters away? Well, that's simple. All we need to do is run another 100 meters Ethernet cable to it. So let me plug in another Ethernet cable and connect it directly to the 100 meters camera out there. Since 100 meters is within the Ethernet spec, so there's no extra equipment needed. Now let's get back to our control center and check out our live video feed. Alrighty, so our connection is done. So 2 cameras, 1 fiber link. Done! This works perfectly when you already have AC power available at the remote location because the outdoor switch needs its own power supply. But what if there's no power at all out there? Many farm gates are in the middle of nowhere. No electrical powers, no convenience. So running new power lines is expensive and risky. What do we do? So that's where our long-range PoE comes in rescue. So in the control room, we swap the fiber switch for our 16-port long-range WebSmart PoE switch. Now, what makes this switch special is port 9 through 16, which paired with a PoE extender can deliver power and data up to 800 meters. And it includes 2 PoE extenders in the box. Now, how does it work? It trades a little speed for distance. At 500 meters, you still get 100 megabit per second. And at 800 meters, you get 10 megabit per second, which is more than enough for smooth, clear video from a security camera. So now let's set it up. For our upper gate scenario, this time we'll run a direct copper cable from our long-range switch. So let's plug it into its long-range port, port 9 to 16. And again, we connect our network video recorder to this long-range PoE switch. It will send both power and data, but here's the catch. The camera themselves don't have the long-range chipsets. Communication is two-way. The switch sends power and data to the camera, and the camera needs to send the video back. That's why we need a PoE extender placed right next to each camera. The extender acts like a relay. It receives the long-range signal from the switch and converts it to standard PoE for the camera and also amplify the camera's return signal so it can travel all the way back. So now I'm going to connect our Ethernet cable connected to the long-range switch, plug it into the in port. Then, using a short patch cord, connect the output port to the bullet camera. And let's place it back. Power and data will be arrived soon. Alright, so let me wave my hand. You can see this is a live video feed. Now, what about the camera that's 100 meters further from the gates? No worry, you just run another Ethernet cable, connect from the long-range port and straight to the camera out there. But let me use a coupler here to show you how we add 100 meters. So I'm using this coupler to join that long Ethernet cable. Add another 100 meters. Again, we need the PoE extender, so connect it to the input, and the output connects to the camera 100 meters out. Now we have 2 cameras, 2 cables, and absolutely no AC power at the remote end. All the electricity comes from the control room through the Ethernet cable. And this is the ultimate solution for remote powerless location. So one last thing, and it's critical: surge protection. Farms are open spaces, and cameras are often mounted on metal poles. A single lightning strike nearby can send a massive voltage spike down your cables, frying every connected devices. So you absolutely must add surge protectors, both indoor and outdoor type. Surge protection isn't optional, it's mandatory. So don't skip this step, or you may find yourself replacing expensive equipment after the first storm. So let's recap what we've covered. The fiber solution is ideal when you already have AC power at the remote sites. It's ultra reliable, interference-free, and future-proof. And our long-range PoE solution is perfect when there's no power available. It delivers both data and electricity over a single cable up to 800 meters using our long-range switch and the PoE extender. Now both approaches solve the distance problem, but each fits different site condition. So pick the one that matches your farm's layout and power availability. Now if you found our video helpful, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share it with anyone who's wrestling with farm networking. And feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. We read them all and we'll do our best to help. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you in our next video.